This week at Scaffolding, after another busy week, flat out all over the city, we are back on site with the boys in Tower Bridge. But before all of that, we're here at the top of the M4 in London, show you how to wrap around this Mercedes sign. My name's Joe, we are Scaffolding, and this is episode 47. Got to get an agency boy in today. We're obviously a man down on the drive in front at the minute. Drew's going to be here shortly, but yeah, we'll show you what the crack is very shortly. The boys are on edge going to the toilet now. It's actually 9 AM. We've been here since quarter to 8. The clients just pulled up. They've come down from Hull, so we'll go up there and show you what we're doing on this one. Lovely job. Very high profile in terms of where we're going to be able to get our banners and marketing. I will get my kit on very shortly. We're not actually on site yet. We will be on site very shortly. So this is where they bring the vehicles in and out. But there's a lift in there where we need to get our material in and out. Yeah, we're good to go then. We're good to go, yeah. Yeah, fine mate, fine. Right with it. Oh, what, just do it two sides?
Yeah, so yeah, but you're still, because you're going 5 foot this side, 5 foot that side, you'll have about you'll have your walk about 10 foot walk round.
Yeah, banging, yeah. Smart.
Get that sign as high as we can.
100%. How many signs we got? 1 or 2?
Tyler, how many signs were there? How many signs? Signs. Stellar Scaffolding signs.
That's one. That's all right.
Not double-sided though, are they?
Huh?
They're not double-sided, we're going to have it flat on the scaffold.
Yeah.
But it's nice to ping it out.
Probably want it on that corner here.
Yeah.
People coming out with the M4.
See, this is again, these places are never set up for us.
No, never.
They're not our hours, they're different to us. We're 6 in the morning ready to go. Oh my God.
I know, even this is quite heavy. I'll run this one. Do you handle that?
No, I've got it.
He's done his elbow in the gym.
Melty.
So I've got to put up with even more moaning. Nah, he doesn't moan, I'm joking. He's a top weight. Right. The sun's unreal, isn't it? We good? Beep, 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 beep. Oh. Is this the right way round?
Set on every day.
Yeah. Oh. We're in. Joke, mate. I feel like going to the slaughterhouse.
Nah,
Yeah, just to see exactly what we need, really. We can make like a bit of a load list off the back of that.
So when it gets to the top, it's going to go, you're going to hear the locks come out. It'll just rest you down on the locks. When it stops, you're good job.
Sam, top man.
Right.
lovely.
Dead.
About 50 foot, isn't it? 60 foot. Where?
Imagine it's like a detonator. Boom!
There we go.
How we?
I've got some steps.
Try to get my shoulders quick. Or I'll get on your shoulders.
Get the steps on. Oh yeah,
We can't even start there.
I wouldn't get back down. Does he?
Help! Help! I'll definitely dive for the side.
Huh? Would ya?
Yeah.
If you make it?
Yeah, definitely. I'd have to throw my son first, wouldn't I? No, I'll throw through there. Look, so. Tyler, 4 metre. Oh, has he? You got steps?
Still go and get a ladder, because once it's
Get a ladder anyway, Ty, yeah?
False alarm. False alarm.
Didn't like it.
Need a ladder to get up that little, through the latch. Yeah. Kieran. He's like a child, but worse. Yeah, he keeps, oh my God. It's a big old ledger.
Safety first.
Safety. Right.
Yeah, get it.
A little bit liable. Oh my God.
You got me, babe.
What, you've got bits of plan out on that? Go straight up. I'm going to get the 4 metre ladder.
Ow.
Right, your elbow's no good. Get the ladder. Kieran, get the big ladder. It's your elbow.
The size of it, Bush.
How many lifts you doing? 3?
You're gonna have to put a structural one in. I'll just put a low one in, tie it all to this, and then put one, what, just below it? Just below the actual sign?
Yeah,
just below the curve?
Yeah. Basically, as long as I can access all, as long as I can physically get to all the screws,
Yeah.
then yeah. We're just going to have to do one side at a time, aren't we?
We'll get this up.
Probably get enough gear to base out,
Yeah, we'll probably work from
because otherwise it's just gear everywhere up there.
it's a
Then.
bit tight, isn't it?
And then we just have Tyler feeding us through the hole. Right. Do you want a trapper tube in there for reference? to
Well,
measure off?
and if we come tight to that, we'll get probably 1, maybe 2 inside boards off there. Well, you're not worried about that anyway, are you?
No. Measure. Are you happy?
I just want to get that.
Yeah. What about that end corner?
I've got loads, bro. You ain't that worried about if they can walk around one side,
Yeah.
rather that side than this side. Yeah.
Oh, get your Gary on it, brother. What's it saying?
Yeah, go on. We'll go right on the end.
5 foot each way. Yes, corner! I'm picking out the beam.
Oh, yeah.
We'll just put a dropper in, pick the corner up.
Got a first Joe cam of this absolute belter of an episode that we have intact. So Sean's jumped in again on the tools just to fill in for Drew. Drew's not here yet. He's due to be here very, very shortly. Drew was at a very special appointment this morning, so we can't tell you what that is yet. But I'm sure we'll be able to announce it very, very soon. But yeah, the boys are here cracking on. Kieran and Sean are getting this up. Obviously, Kieran's advised what this is for. So the boys at Sovereign Signs are changing the LEDs on this Mercedes sign here. We are very, very close to the M4, working right over the motorway. And this is going to be done with 2 boarded lifts. The first one going in now is a structural lift, just to get us up to height, get the base out in. And then yeah, we're going to have one more here and another one that will leave the top lift with the boys to be about waist height to enable them to carry out their works nice and safely. Down here we've got Tyler. Materials now coming up and works are rocking and rolling.
And 4 foot. We'll be all right for this lift, but on the boarded one, I want to put a 4 foot in there. We are doing the first lift right about now. We're just waiting for some gear to come up on the lift, but as you can see, we're basing it out. We're going to send the tube underneath now, because like Sean just said, we're right about the uplift. We're probably about 60 foot high on top of Mercedes building in Brentford.
Can we do it now quickly for you? What are you saying about here?
Yeah. 10's all the way through, crash decked out. Well, look.
Don't leave me hanging.
Mighty. So we've had the beam in as the ledger this way.
Yeah?
Pick that, drop it down, pick that corner up. We can't do anything, we need boards and that, don't we?
Oh, lovely. Put extra tranny in here, innit?
That's perfect. Get everything up here, ready to go.
Yeah.
We're probably going to have to 2 8-foot boards each side, don't we, to lap across.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's still growing or what?
Yeah, bro.
The knots in it, Mush. My board's heavy. When you go like that and the other end goes wrong, wrong, wrong.
Give me up to 10 foots.
Oh, it's tight.
Through there, through there, through there.
Let's go!
2 more lifts to go. The boys have made a good start here after a slow start for reasons that were out of our control. But yeah, we are here, we're on site, the sun is shining. If you look over here, you can see Wembley Stadium. Over there, you can see Wembley. If you look over here, you can see Brentford Stadium. Boys are getting a second lift in now. Obviously Drew is now here and the boys are cracking on as a 3. Tyler's down here getting all the material up. Says he's absolutely boiling like he's in a sauna down there. He's getting the gear up to the boys and it's going in at a good pace. Right on the motorway, this one. Really, really, really good for marketing. Another pretty high profile job in terms of where it is. And yeah, looking really, really smart and tidy. The black and yellow shining over the M4. The Stella banners are going to be going on there as well. And yeah, it's looking really smart. Kieran's up there, clipped on. Sean is there as well. And then Drew's down here. Looking super, super smart.
We'll just get this bottom arm out in, yeah? And then...
A quick bite, I'm starving. I just
Yeah,
want to get a quick sandwich in me and then we go again.
Yeah, Sam. So while we jump down with the boys and get some food to eat, it's time for a very busy weekly recap for this week on Stellar Scaffolding. While we get back to Tower Bridge, there is a few special announcements that need to be made. Now, the reason that Drew was late today is because he was on a 12-week scan with his missus for a baby that they have on the way. So the Stellar Army, although it is growing at pace, is about to gain another very special member. So to Drew, congratulations, and Drew's family, massive congratulations. A very special moment, and yeah, very, very nice. Very, very proud of you, mate. It obviously works. Also, thank you to those of you who wished Abs a happy birthday for last week. We had a lovely time away. I had a lovely spa and got nicely oiled up in my facial. And yeah, it was a lovely, lovely weekend. So to those who wished her a happy birthday, it was absolutely lovely. Thank you very much. We also missed off Sean's birthday last week. He kept it quiet till last minute, so I actually missed the boat on making the announcement. But to Sean, who is nearing the age of 40, happy birthday. We also need to wish happy birthday to Joe Jones' little girl, Sophie Jones, who was 8 last week. So to Sophie, from everyone at Stellar Scaffolding, happy birthday. 2 more years and you're in double figures, which is very, very big. Now the last happy birthday is to George Salter from Hemel Hempstead, who was 18 last week also. Now the last special announcement that we need to make is to absolutely everyone, and that is for all of you, to have a very, very happy Easter this week. So make sure you eat lots of chocolate, you'll get very fat and you will regret it for the coming days. So happy Easter to absolutely everyone. Now, after Sunday, we are going into the new tax year and there are new laws coming into play that will increase employers' national insurance, which is obviously very, very frustrating. However, one of the things that is going to be a saviour for us is working with EEBS and ensuring that we are 100% compliant and making sure that we are doing everything that we are supposed to do as a company to ensure that we stay on the right side of the tax man. So although it is a new tax year and everything is due to change, it is still the same tax man who will be coming after us, as I've already had before, if things aren't done correctly. So to ensure that I don't get myself in a pickle again with the new laws coming into play, I am going to be sticking with EEBS. And I would like to push you to doing so if you haven't already. Now, I have had a number of people asking me about EEBS, and what I'm going to do is put a link in the description that will take you directly through to them, and you can make contact with them today to start the ball rolling on making sure that you are 100% compliant at all times. So if you are not already working with EEBS, make sure you make a change for the better and get on to them today. I've touched down in Norfolk. The boys are rocking and rolling here, getting everything set up. So obviously these beams are going to be going up for our roof. We've got 3 extra boys in here today. We've got Tyler running around with them. We've got Alex and Jordan from First Tier Scaffolding. Them boys have jumped in and absolutely helped us massively. And they've got one of their boys in as well. So there's 3 of them here getting set up. Tyler's getting everything in. And yeah, things are going very, very nicely. Obviously the span here is 22 metres. So we've got 3 6s and a 4 to be joined together, and then they're being laced and braced on the ground level. And then we got the boys with the crane getting them up to Kieran and Drew for them to fix them onto the roof. So there's a load of these to go up, and we've got a big monster crane there. So this is an 80-ton crane. As you can see, she's a bit of a beast. We've had to get a closure in place for this by the council, and one of the days we had was working out who actually was going to sort the closure for us, because it's partly owned by the borough and partly owned by the council, but we managed to get it sorted out. They got the cones in place for us nice and early, and the crane's been here from early doors, and yeah, we are rocking and rolling. The beams are getting set up now by the boys over there. The client's just pulled up as well, and we are now set for a nice, productive, busy day. So yeah, got to shout out the crane boys. We got this in at a fairly short notice as well, and were able to facilitate for us at short notice, which is very, very helpful. And yeah, as you can see, this beast is now all the way up to height. The roof is now going on, wrapped around all 4 sides of this beast. And yeah, she's an absolute lump. Another one of the beasts that we've got on at the minute. All we're doing is just throwing up lumps everywhere. It's probably a bit of a risk, to be honest, taking this one on. But listen, we're a growing company. They're never silly risks. They just can be a little bit borderline. And this one was definitely borderline with a capital B. But as always, we pulled it out the bag. Everything's all painted up, as I'm going to say on every video, every episode. It is all yellow and black, and I'll never ever be bored of that. But yeah, absolutely loving the work of art from these boys. There's some very, very techie bits that we're going to go and have a little look at now. Drew's just getting some gear up to Kieran. And there's a bit here that's a little bit techie where we've had to tie shear plates into the wall as per our engineer's requests. Also guided by Kieran. As you can see here, looking really, really smart, nice and secure in there. And that's just to take the weight out the centre of the beams. Otherwise she will be smiling at us. And obviously it goes all the way down to the end, as you can see, and out to the back scaffold. Crane's getting the beams up over and into the boys, as you can see. Got the slinger up there. He's speaking to the man in the crane. Then we've got the boys on the floor making all the beams up. So once they're made up, they come up, get lifted in, and you'll see there's a string on either side for the boys to get hold of either end of the beams. You've got Drew one end, you've got Kieran the other, and then it's a case of just lowering them down. And we want to make sure, mainly for the aesthetics, but as standard you want a metre overhang either side. So you can see here, obviously this is our spine beam, this is the end of the scaffold, this is the end of the building. So really from here to here, ideally you'd only want a metre overhang, but there is 2 metres on these, which is a little bit more than we'd like, but it is what it is. And yeah, obviously for the aesthetic of it as well, the boys will make sure they're nice and level either end. So all the beams are in. The crane's only here for a day, so all the tube will come up, all the sheets will come up, the wrigglies, everything that we're going to need to finish this is going to come up today. Then we've got 2 more days on here, so tomorrow's going to be getting all the purlins in, all the tube that our sheets sit on, and then after that it's then a case of getting all the sheets on, which will be done on Saturday, and then Sunday we hand it over to our boys to Monoflex, who will complete the project. So really happy with this, really nice project, and we're going to come back here to show you once she is complete. So it's all looking a little bit different at Tower Bridge. We've got a new lad in Ash, who was up with Kieran on the emergency scaffold. Top lad, very good new recruit. Does his own bits as well, but I'm hoping that we can kind of steer him away from that and look after him well enough on here to kind of keep him with us. And these boys are making really good progress, looking very smart. It's actually a terrible day weather-wise, and because I was sat in my car doing a few bits and pieces, the boys apparently were being very rude and said I didn't want to get out of my car because my fake tan will dry. However, this is waterproof, so don't listen to him. Geezer? Yeah, you? Flying, ain't ya? Flying, brother. Jakey boy, you alright? So yeah, as you can see, it is all systems go. So what the boys are putting in now is a fan here. So you've got Ash up there clipped on, and obviously this is a protection fan, just to make sure whenever anyone's coming out of here to go to the crossing, nothing is going to fall on them on this corner while the boys are working there after. So that's while we're putting the scaffold up, and then once the scaffold's done, that's when the main contractor is doing their work. So yeah, safety is first and foremost, and that there is going to protect pedestrians at all times. Then you've got Joe and Brownie running the next lift in. So this is 2 metre lifts now. Obviously the gantry is in and complete. The beams are all in. Obviously it's all painted up, looking amazing. And we've got the first boarded lift in here. There's Monoflex, as you can see, between the 2 boards. And that ensures that nothing in terms of debris or anything from the facade can fall down onto walking through pedestrians. So that's the next lift. And then after that, it's just straight access lifts. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 more to the gutter height or to the top of the building. And then we start to attack the spire, which is this main bit around the top. As you can see, that once it's up there, we're gonna have a nice big banner on, and you're gonna see the banner, and nicely sat behind that is gonna be Tower Bridge. That's not our lorry, is it? Oh no. It's the bus, look. Smashed the lorry?
Yeah, the
Nightmare. It's not a very good start, is it? What's that?
One of his cabbage positions.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
A few more levels.
Yeah.
Really, we'd be able to reduce this again to just the cycle enclosure.
Yeah, fine, mate.
Obviously, one they're working over there, it's going to be really covered.
Yeah.
So they've got a complete walkway now. Now you took the lane 1 out.
Yeah.
And you've got the permit for it.
Yeah.
It makes sense to use it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%, mate.
Otherwise, you're so cramped now.
Yeah. All right, bro.
Yeah. Getting too old for this one. Another bundle of fires, please, JK.
Put a ladder around that side?
I wouldn't put it on the roadside.
No, I wouldn't either.
I'd put it all there.
Yeah.
It's a short side.
I'll move this tranny over, we'll get 8s in there.
Yeah, sweet, sound.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm wet from the rain or sweat.
Probably a bit of both.
Yeah, both.
just below the sleeve. A little lift with an Aberdeen, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a well little bogey.
I reckon go above the sleeve.
Eh?
Go above the sleeve and we'll lose it on the lift above.
Yeah, just
230s and 210s, just split the sleeves on this. Won't need butts then. Six more. Every lift height is a bit overkill anyway, I think. You're going to struggle to get that round there anyway, I think, aren't you? You're going to get it round there anyway. You can't even step it because the lift would be tiny. If you bring that ledger through, and undersling it on a swivel, just notch round the swivel. It's going to have to be notched round that anyway, and it looks like they're going to have to replace it. And then we have to give them 3 boards around it. It's going to have to be raised up anyway. It's going to have to be raised.
Just on this lift.
Yeah, just have to take it in the 4 boards on this lift, but it's going to have to go up so we can get tyres in it.
Run a bridle off the Aberdeen. Is that what you were saying?
Yeah.
Bridle that
Yeah,
Aberdeen.
yeah. But we're going to have to raise it anyway because we can't get tired because of that lip. So the lift's going to have to go like 2.4. Tell you what we could do. Just get your Aberdeen across. Run a little foot butt out here.
Yeah.
Off the Aberdeen.
Yeah,
also, mate, to reduce it under the board and stick it on a wrap.
Yeah.
Should put an extra pair of socks on, mate. I can barely reach it. First tyres on this Aberdeen.
Yeah. Then we've got one on the arm.
On that tower leg.
Yeah, tear the leg off the tower, so 2 bays on.
Sweet. What are you saying? Spot on, yeah? With a towie. Put a dropper on that. Top one.
Yeah, boy.
That's too short, that one. Can you split the sleeve? Touch more. I'll get that. Now I've got it, I've split the sleeve. Do that bottom one first, mate. Up you go, Matt, touch. Well, yeah. Lovely, mate. And then that.
Oh yeah, what's there?
Cool, you know what? I don't know if that will go, you know.
Unless I want to go smaller.
You might have to go.
Go for it.
You might have to go three. You might have to go 3 boards and go into 28. Go into 28 on that.
The main issue for us to get to site was we had to get a permit in place to enable us to put the scaffold in. And to do that, we had to get the scaffold designed, send it to TfL, and in TfL off the back of that would say yes or no to the design as to whether we could start or not. Now, one of the main issues that they had with us getting to site was they were saying that the towers that we had here were going to block access to all of the cameras they've got. So there's cameras all the way along here, and what they're picking up is obviously the knife crime. So obviously we know there's a massive problem anyway, and speaking to Sean, I said, look, we need to try and do something here on this project where we get a charity involved, we get people involved, so that we can actually do something to try. And obviously we're not going to change the world, we know that. You know, this is one like a small group of people, but I think if people can come together, like bit by bit, it's more people talking, do you know what I'm saying? And what it does is it helps people then get out of, you know, there's going to be young lads that will see this and they'll see actually there's money to be made doing this. These boys are here on good money. They don't need to do all the rubbish they're doing, all the gangs and the knife crime. There's another side, and it's here, like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's not like it's a million miles away.
I think what you guys are doing is amazing. 10 years since I lost Shop 1. He got stabbed on the 30th of January 2015, and it's 10 years, and knife crime is worse than it was.
Yeah,
I lost Shop 1. So because of the love I have for young people, I met up with a police officer in some stuff they had with the bank and cellar. And when I got there, I wanted to do more work. So I said to them, just use me, but not in the wrong way, just use me in order for us to try and make a change. And when I said that, the police officer, Jessica, I will help you. His name is Adrian Peacock, and since then I've been working with him. I've been going to the Peru, I go to Harrow, and because of Adrian, I was able to join them at the Old Bailey. And he's doing the exact same thing like you. It's like giving the children a platform, because
100%.
everybody tends to push things onto the children. But that's not what they want.
100%.
They just want somebody to guide them. Or giving them a platform where they can talk about what they're going through,
100%.
how people judging them, and we're not there to judge them. We're only there to create that change and to help change their mindset, educate them about the implication of using knife and how it's affecting us. And this is one of the reasons why I do it. It's affecting my own children,
100%.
but at least they're pushing through. And I'm trying my best. It's not easy for me because I'm suffering at the minute, but what can I do?
I understand,
I just have to try and help.
Yeah, well, it's horrendous.
So I'm proud of you guys for doing that.
Listen, I'm proud of you. And, like, it's amazing what you're doing as well. And like, obviously, it's definitely not easy. And that's why, like, we just can't. Like, it'd be so wrong for us to have this issue flagged to us, like, to try and get on site, and then get on site, make our money, and go. Like, it'd be wrong. Like, there's obviously a mad problem, and there's an issue that's affecting, like, the masses, and we want to try and be part of making a change. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, and if we can be like the first scaffolding company that gets on it, then if all the scaffold companies get involved, that's an army of people. Do you know what I mean? So like, and then you've got there's so much. It's such a big industry we're in. I think if everyone can kind of come together and try and make a stand.
Don't push the thing. For me now, 10 years on, and to me it's worse than when I lost Shop 1. The anxiety is a lot for me. I find it so difficult for me to go out.
Oh, it's terrible.
You understand? And it's affecting my health. And sometimes when I go to the doctor, they say, Miss Plummer, you need to do it for you. I'm having problem with sleepless nights. Sometimes I want to sleep, and sometimes I'm up for the whole day, the whole night. I'll see daybreak, but what can I do? And this is why I want to help others to try and prevent it before it happens. We're doing this, we're doing that, but we're not trying to get to the root cause of the knife crime. Some of us know, or we will say, but the government is not doing this, the government is not. We cannot rely on the government. We need to start somewhere
100%.
by us coming together. Look at what you want to do. And I still meet children, I meet kids on the street, and some of them will approach me and say, Auntie, thank you for giving me back that relationship with my mom. Or thank you, today I've got this job, and today I'm doing this. But like I said to them, no, it's not me. You did it yourself with just a little push, but you done it, not me. I only spoke about Shaquan, and you take it on board and you change your life. So you deserve the credit. And I think say we need to reward these children because they will go back to their friends and say, you know what, look at what I've gained. Look, 100%. Now I'm doing this, whereas I wasn't doing it before. 100%. Instead of us judging them, let's find a way to help them. 100%. Let's pave the way for these children, giving them a platform for them.
And that's all it needs to be, is just raising awareness. It's not trying to get hold of them and say, this is what you have to do. It's saying, this is what you can do. Do you know
what they do at the Old Bailey, Fiona, all Fiona do is we talk to the children, and Fiona will say, I'm not telling you you have to do this. No. At the end of the day, it's up to you. I'm giving you that opportunity to get on board and to do something for you. Because 100%. We know most of the children, they don't like school. 100%. So all she's doing is helping them. Yeah. I think they're all tunnel visioned into the wrong direction, you know? It's about showing them that if you go this way slightly, then that's the place to go. Exactly,
you know what I mean?
And you'll gain more.
Yeah, it's a case of going left or going right. If you go right, it's good. If you go left, it's trouble, you know? So.
Thank you so much for doing
thank you very much for coming down.
God bless
thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much for coming down.
Thank you.
How are you, mate? You all right? Joe. Oh, nice to meet you, mate. No, nice to meet you, mate. You good?
I'm good.
Yeah. So what we're going to do, to give you the lowdown, basically, obviously to try and get us to site, we had to get a permit in place to be approved by TfL. One of the things that was a main issue was the way the scaffold was laid out. There was too many towers, so there was too many blind spots they were creating.
Yeah. So it run all the way around like that. There was no big gaps. So basically it dropped all the cameras, so you couldn't see. So then they come back to us and said, you have to change the design.
Because
our cameras
because of Nikon,
so then we have to go back and get the design, and that's why you see it all open.
And so off the back of that, what we've said what we want to do is find a charity. So Sean knew Marie, this is one of his best mates' mum, and obviously the work that she's doing, and we want us to get involved with them, make a donation, and basically help get some boys out of certain situations and into a line of construction.
We basically want to show it is hard for them, but we're giving people that because you don't know. My dad was a scaffolder. His brother was in the construction. It was a leg up for us. We want to.
Whereas they're maybe shown a different way. They've probably got boys that are different. Their older brothers might be doing different things, you know.
Mainly just
so we're trying to be an
influence. We know other people.
Yeah.
We know them. They might help us.
And we're not like footballers and rappers. We're not trying to do. We're like boys that are here day to day, foot on the ground in London, that are trying to show them that there is another way. Do you know something on that say, look, scaffold companies or construction companies come forward because there's boys here that are looking for work.
And the thing is, a lot of the apprenticeships now, the government funding.
Business model for it, but also it's showing the boys that there's an opportunity as well.
We'll interview you both in a minute after we've gone in an interview here, but because we're just getting shots right now. If you could just show what it's going to be like as a scaffolder. Obviously, it's not my world. So
no, cool. Yeah, of course. Yeah, fine.
Morning, mate. Good. Right. Here's your vest. Put that on. Coming up there. There we go. There we go. Well, I'm just going to run you through little basic things, yeah. So the tubes are separated into sizes. So you notice you have the longest ones in the middle, shorter. Longest one in the middle, shorter, yeah? So we have a 10-foot tube here. What we do is we pull it on, and you'll learn, as you go on, you'll learn, and if you just slide that on now, that's it, and stop there, that's it. And then we have 8-foot tube as well. So if you take that, and 8-foot tube goes this side, and that's pretty much, that's pretty much how it works. Same, and then obviously you have your boards, which we ain't gonna go up there because you have to reach up for it. But that's pretty much how it is, the basic. What we do have though, we'll have a bucket and your fittings. Take that. And you have all your fittings here. This is pretty empty because they literally just emptied it. These are clips. You usually have doubles there. Again, like the tube separated, we keep them nice and separate. It's just formation. So if someone asks for clips, we'll have clips. If you bring that over here, we'll fill that up. And then it won't tell you to put it on your shoulder because it'll get you dirty. These are your longest tubes, yeah? You actually have to sand them up. but it's quite a hard thing to do, so I won't bother doing that right now. The whole lot of this really has got to go up there, yeah? That's what we got, that's the aim of it. The way we get out there was we got to think about safety. So we got things called rope and wheels, and we'll have a personal nap platform, we just pass it up, because you all stood beyond a hand around it. You just got to think, the less manual handling, the better, and most safe option, and it would be to work on each working platform. To do straight away. As soon as we get out of the van, we got a minute, especially if we're going up there, because what they reckon, if you don't have it on as soon as you get out of the van, someone says, oh, go up there quickly, do that. You're not going to put your harness on. So in our Rams, it says put them on straight away.
Yeah, thank you for coming down as well.
No problem, man.
Thank you for coming down. We had to get a permit in place for the scaffold, yeah?
Yeah.
So for the permit to be approved, for us to get legs on the ground, we had to do a design for TfL, which went to their office. They then said yay or nay. And basically at the time we had a load of towers in. So like what we were doing is basically blocking off any sort of visibility, and they denied our permit because they needed access for all the cameras. So the cameras had to be able to see, because they were saying that where knife crime is so bad, we needed to have like as much visibility as possible, yeah? So off the back of that, like, we know it's a massive problem anyway, but it's now like affecting construction sites, and obviously there's a big problem, like we know there is, and we basically said that what we want to do is try and make a little stand. Obviously we're not going to change things overnight, you know that, it's what you're doing now, but we want to try and help and get construction scaffold companies involved and make people aware that obviously we need to try and guide people into a better line of work. Do you know what I'm saying? And like,
that's actually quite thought-provoking, because even though I do a lot of work with knife crime and local authorities and stuff, I didn't realise that knife crime is so bad that it's actually affecting construction to the point your scaffolding has to consider visibility in terms of
which is mad.
Capturing incidents. That's crazy. But more than anything, man, like I want to say a big shout out to Stellar Scaffolding, man, because what I think you're doing, you know, as a private company, to even be looking back into the community and giving these young people opportunities, I feel that's the difference of 100%. Having a young person 100%. Following a good positive path other than a negative one, you know. And I really think this is a good opportunity for them to get good friends, good role models, 100%. And obviously get some good equity in their pockets, man. That's got them first.
And that's the thing is for us, is like we're here now doing this day to day. Like it's not like this is like a million miles away for the kids. Do you know what I'm saying? Like some of them are living like a mile away from here or whatever. Like we're here doing this day to day. We're earning money, we're getting paid for being here, and it's showing the kids, like, do you know what I'm saying, that they can do it too.
That's
do you know
amazing.
What I mean? It's a different path, like,
that's amazing.
And it's a realistic path that you can be here tomorrow. Do you know what I'm saying?
So that's what I'm going to ask you. So if there's a kid watching this and he thought, hey, I wanted to get into be a part of a scaffolding company, like what would that young kid need to do?
It's simple. I'd say, listen, like there's so many out there, and obviously all you've got to do is literally go onto Google. Do you know what I'm saying? There's so many companies out there that are getting young people into work. But what we want to do now is basically raise awareness and get the companies to come forward and say, we want to offer apprenticeships for this type of person, or, you know, people that are from a certain community, and actually widen it, because we know that I used to have, so my background, I was a football agent, so I was a football agent before, and I had some of the boys I looked after, like I had a boy who was at Wolves, who played in the Caribou Cup, he was 17 years old, come back to London, some madness that he got involved in, and now he's in jail. Do you know what I'm saying? He was a pro at a Premier League club. Do you know what I'm saying? So I know these things are like so bad, but like I know that there's such a slight different direction that people can go in. And like I would say, to answer your question, is I'd say just open your eyes. There's so much out here. There's so much work. Like everywhere you look, there's scaffolding. Everywhere you look, there's a building site. Everywhere you look, there's hoarding up. Do you know what I mean? There's like it's everywhere. Like walk into a building site, or do you know what I'm saying? Or like have a look online. There's a lot of work out. There's a lot of people looking for good employment, like for good employees. Do you know what I'm saying? And there's a shortage of good people in construction. Do you know what I'm saying? But that means that people can earn money. So if the boys get into that at the right time, it's elevate, and there's money to be made in what we're doing. Do you know what I'm saying?
So you're saying a young person, even if they haven't got like loads of qualifications,
no, because you can get put
even if they haven't got a lot of work experience, and if they came to a construction company like yourself, 100%, then you'd be happy to help a young person.
Listen, and what we're doing now, so we basically, with Marie, is we're going to put 3 boys, so 3 boys are getting put through their CSCS cards, and then we're going to look to work with other companies to get them into like some sort of apprenticeship role. Obviously, we can only take on so many boys at once, but we said we'll help one person, and what we're going to do is we're going to use our network that we have in our industry to basically push them into other companies as well. You know what I'm saying?
So right now you've teamed up with a grassroots organisation, and 3 young people from them are going to come work with you in Stellar Scaffolding.
Yeah, exactly.
So right now, you're hoping that other companies will take the stance you have
100%.
and help other young people into work as
That's
well.
what we're trying to raise awareness for, is to get other
So
companies
should we
on
call
board.
this the company challenge?
Yeah.
Let's get young people to work.
100%.
Hey brother,
100%.
honestly man,
Yeah,
I'm thinking
my guy.
stellar company, stellar work.
I've
Man,
got to
keep
ask
it
you
up.
as well before we go. What got you into doing what you do?
You know, me personally, I had an incident where I got stabbed on 2 separate occasions.
Right.
I got stabbed 1 time 9 times and another time 9 times.
Jesus
and I would have been in a gang, you know. I was just defending somebody that I care for. And with that, there was a lot of anger, and it took a lot of time to get over it. And it went from anger to frustration. But eventually, like, I knew in the long run, I needed to get a real kick back at knife crime. And I feel like everything I do, every positive movement I make with the knife crime, I feel like it's a little bit of a get back at my situation, you know what I mean? And I just really just don't want a young person to go through what I went through, man. You know what I mean, bro? Because it was
so it's from a place
hard,
of pain, and that made you make change. One of them ones.
Hey, that's a nice man. From a place of pain that made it make change. Yes, I like that.
That's making you change.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
So Marie, obviously you're the star of the show.
No, I'm not.
You got all of this set up and got
No,
everyone down here.
you're the star of the show.
No, I think it's you.
No, I think it's you.
Well, no, to be honest, I'm absolutely over the moon that we're working with you. I think the work you're doing is unbelievable. Obviously, we had Jessica down here as well. I think her story is like crazy.
Amazing, yeah.
And she's one of many, which is like the craziest thing. And I think what you're doing and why we want to be involved is you're going to be changing lives. And obviously, if we can help fund a little bit of that and make some change and help some boys, and
yeah,
it's
but
a very special thing to be
I
involved
think the greatest thing is that like companies like you that approach organisations like ours, it's really humbling, to be quite honest, because it's really hard, because we actually do groundwork. I mean, I took kids to Africa and, you know, run a youth club. I mean, like, yesterday I was at a youth club and work with mums, look holistically with the families, women that go through domestic violence. I mean, I started off with 4 women. I worked with over 5,000 families, over 1,000 young people. Wow. And we do various courses, and it's just about empowering. And sometimes, you know, you as a leader, I mean, a community leader, you know, you need to be empowered yourself. So when I got a call from you, and I thought, I don't think this is going to happen. This man's going to be selling me dreams, you know. And I thought, okay. And I worked with you, and you was on the end of the phone, and you can see your passion, that you really want to help, and that's good. And I've had to come down to the site. We're not in a hotel room in the warm, we're out here in the rain. Guys are doing the work. My young people have come.
and seen it for what it is.
See what it is, and I know that.
It's not sugar coated. It is what it is.
And it is what it is, you know. And you know, and this could go pan London. And I hope, you know, anybody's watching this, all companies get involved. You know, get involved. And we're not only working with naughty children, you know, we're working with all young people. Give everyone a chance.
I'll tell you what I will take, I might as well take all 4, I'll take the handman as well, because I'll run that straight in.
Yeah.
Gets it off the floor, doesn't it?
2 more, Lou. Yeah. Well, yes, I'll tell you what, it might be me worth getting them all up, and then I'll jump on that and then...
Train them up.
What?
Only 3 more left to go.
Yeah, so 6.
No, 9.
9. If you've only got 3 sways, yeah.
It's only planned through these windows.
Yeah.
So the tie in this wall here, and then there's 3 sets of plans, another tie there and another tie in the end.
Sweet.
Looking at it. 10 foot, please. Good.
Yeah. Yep. Should we go black out there now?
Black and yellow, black and... Uh-huh. It's the right way, what's the wrong way?
All good?
That's as far as I go, or... Yeah?
Up.
Yeah. Yeah? Jeez, lovely bait. I got the bottom.
Ain't gonna work, is it?
Told ya. Well, because of that as well, you need to go...
Needs to be on the outside.
Can't get it in, can we? So I've moved that sway for a sec.
Yeah, and the sign's in the way.
We'll get it down there.
Yeah. I got to strengthen this elbow, bro.
Get down, boy. Let me show you how it's done. It's annoying, isn't it?
No, don't, mate.
No, don't.
Elbow.
I won't be able to get on either now. Yeah.
Right, ready?
I'm gone. Nah. Where you going with it? Do it up. It's only to catch netting, isn't it? So I'll just put it on the hammer.
Yeah.
It's that tube below though, isn't it? That's why.
Send it up. Let's send it up.
I can't get those. No, fuck it. What? And go up and down?
Yeah.
It's going there. Fuck it.
Two short boards.
Yeah.
2 8s over here. Then you have to use 2 little ones behind the ladder.
Yeah.
Tidy, really lovely high profile job. It's high profile in a way, it's not technical, but you know, you are right in the way of thousands of people coming through here every day. So the same with Tower Bridge, the same thing there, the same with this one here. And yeah, we've got so many projects we're looking at a minute that are the same sort of thing. And we're in line now to do some unbelievable work this year. The year's fully kicked off, and I feel like we're finally back doing the type of work we like to be doing. So it's a good time for us, and yeah, we're very busy. Very happy with things here, and yeah, there's a lot of traffic coming through. The banners are looking absolutely nuts. The beams look so smart. I'm always going to say that. So another very, very busy week on Stellar Scaffolding. So much happening at the minute, as you can see. And yeah, really, really happy with the progress that we're making absolutely everywhere. There's so many nice projects that are coming in now. Obviously, I've been saying this for a while. There's projects that are coming and coming and coming, and they're finally here. So really, really happy with how things are moving. And obviously the channel is building at pace as well. The Tower Bridge project brought in a load of new subscribers, and yeah, to every single one of you, welcome to the channel. But for you guys that have been here from the get-go and the stellar army that it keeps on building, I just want to say a massive thank you. And the way that things are going, there's no doubt the traction we're building, it would be possible without you guys that have been here from the get-go. So to you guys, thank you very, very much. There's so much still to come to the channel. This is building at pace all the time, and there's some lovely projects that we're in discussions with, and also ones that are secured and due to start very, very soon. Next week we're back on site with the boys in Tower Bridge. It's likely we'll also be at Paddington, as there's a load of technical work about to go on there, and it's very, very likely we'll also be finally starting on the Chelsea Square project, which is a lovely temporary roof for a very, very good client. Another one that's come through YouTube. Things are really, really looking up, and it's a very good time for us, and we are right in our element. So again, thank you to every single person who likes, comments and is subscribed. If you haven't already, please do so, and we'll see you again next week for episode 48.